Guys, let's talk. Most students think that their GPA is the most important thing to worry about before walking across that stage. But honestly, I will tell you that there is a few things that are much more important than just your GPA. This is why in this video, I will be talking to you guys about the biggest things that every single student should know before graduation. Welcome guys, welcome to a new series of career advice with Larissa. We are going to call it no, so that means there's no limitation. The sky is your limit. Let's get right into today's video. I've seen a lot of students getting so excited, including myself. I remember when I was graduating, when I was ready to graduate college, the only excitement was, for me to see myself walking across that stage. But there's a few things that I missed, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you in this situation right now. You are so excited, and first of all, I would say congratulations on your degree, okay, the degree that you're getting. But there's so much more things that you need to worry about besides, just your GPA, besides, the outfit that you're gonna wear for that day. We're gonna talk about all of those things. Number one thing that I want you guys to focus on before walking across that stage, before you expose yourself to the professional world that you don't even know about. Networking is not optional. It is very important for you to start building relationship early in your career. If you can start from your first semester, that'll be very great. It is very important to talk to your classmates, to talk to your teachers, to talk to your faculty staff. Use them. There are resources that are there to help you in your career, to help you find better opportunities. These connections often open doors for you. Most of the time, the opportunities that you will find, that you will discover, that you will be aware of, they come from people. That's the reason why it is very important for you to focus on networking, because at the end of the day, God intended for us to connect with one another. Okay, so the more you connect with other people, the more you work on yourself, because I know that a lot of people, they have social anxiety, and you can work on it. Try to see if you can talk to your classmates, talk to your teachers, talk to your faculty staff, talk to the alumni, probably people who had the same major as you, people who probably attended the same school as you. Do not ever be afraid to talk to people, because this is where the opportunities are. Okay, and I would even say, let me use this as an example. I remember that when I was a senior, my capstone teacher, he was in healthcare administrator for 27 years. And his last 7 years in his career, because now he's retired, he was a CEO of a major hospital in Michigan. So when I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with him, it was one of the best experiences in my entire career, in my entire, the entire amount of time that I spent in college. I would say the conversation that I had with this man was one of the most productive and most useful conversation that I had. So it is very important, because most of these teachers, they're probably retired. They know people who know other people. So it is very important for you to know, use their office hours. They have office hours. They have probably Zoom. They're available on Zoom or whatever it is. Use those resources, because they are very, very, very important. They will help you. Number two, don't wait until you graduate to figure out what you want to do next. This one is a little bit tricky, because you can still graduate and do not know what you want to do, and that's okay. But it is completely better for you to know what you want to do before you graduate. Why? Let's say, for example, after you graduate, you want to go to grad school, okay? But here you are, probably in your senior year, beginning of your senior year, the first semester. You don't know yet if you truly want to go to grad school. Probably second semester, your last semester, you don't really know if you truly want to go to graduate school. What's gonna happen is, maybe the school that you want to go to, or probably the program that you want to apply for, they have a deadline for you to apply. So if you knew before that you wanted to go to grad school, it will be easier for you to not waste time, in a sense. So that's what I'll always recommend for people. If it is better for you to know what you want to do next. Okay, are you going to work for 2 years? Do you want to probably Go to grad school right away. If you're going to grad school, what school do you want to go to? Do you want to move out of state? Try to find as much option as possible, and I think it will be better for you. At least not only you're not gonna run behind, but it will be very less stressful for you to figure out, okay, this is what I want to do next. I cannot promise that things will go exactly the way that you plan it, but at least you will have a path to follow. You have a model, you have something in mind. You know what, let me walk towards that dream, to that objective that I had, that goal that I have. Your degree is a tool, not a guarantee. Having a degree does not guarantee that you're automatically successful, and having a degree does not guarantee that automatically you will find a job. And we are going to talk about this probably in the last, I would say, I think it's the 8th point that we're going to develop. Just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you will find a job offer right after graduation. And this is when it is very important for you to protect your mental health. And this is something that I truly want to talk about. Let's keep it for last, because it's very important. Having a degree does not guarantee that you're going to be automatically successful. What's going to make you successful is the skills. It's how your character, what you bring inside of the room. So it's how you use your skills. It's how you use your character. It's how you use your personality. It's how you walk in the room. It's the work ethic that you bring inside of the room that will make you successful. A degree does not guarantee that you're automatically successful, and a degree does not automatically mean that you're gonna get a job offer. Number 4, your character and work ethic matters more than your GPA. This is exactly what I was talking about. Your GPA matters, of course. Your GPA matters. Your GPA may give you an interview, but if you want to stay in the room and bring values to the room, you need to build your character. You need to build your work ethics. You need to build your personality. You need to work on yourself. You need to invest in personal learning. This is what's gonna keep you in the room. This is what's gonna keep you hired. Employers, I'm gonna tell you, employers, they focus more on problem solver. They focus more on reliability. They focus more on consistency. They don't really care about your grade. They don't really care about your grade. They need somebody with good communication skills. They need teamwork. They need leadership skills. That's what they need. They don't really need your 3.9 GPA. Okay, so that is why it is very important for you to invest in your character. It is very important for you to invest in your work ethic, the way that you present yourself when you walk in the room. Invest in personal learning. This is something very important. I wish somebody, told me that before I finish college. It is very important for you to invest in personal learning. And you do not stop learning after graduation. It is very important for you to keep taking those classes, to keep listening to this podcast, watch videos about, I don't know what field that you are part of. It is very important for you to keep on reading books, listening. It is very important for you to keep learning, personal learning, and invest in personal learning. If you know that you have social anxiety, for example, you are lacking of communication skills, you're lacking of leadership skills, so it is very important for you to probably purchase those books about communication, books about leadership. Watch videos on YouTube about communication, watch videos on YouTube about leadership. It doesn't matter what it is. Go on Google, go to Google Scholar, find those articles. How do people who were there way before you, how did they do? Find a way to solve those issues. The little thing that that you're lacking skills of, go for it. Keep learning. Do not stop learning after graduation. Guys, I'm begging you guys. If you want to be different, if you want your voice to matter in the room that you are going to walk in, please invest in personal learning. Personal learning is a very, 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 very important, because what we need to understand, yes, we all go to universities, but the way that I'm going to use the education that I receive may be different compared to the way that you are going to do it. So that is why it is very important to add a little touch to yourself to make you different, to make you more valuable, to make you more seasoned, if I'm making sense, to make you the +1 in the room. Invest in yourself. Just like you go to the gym, you make sure that you have muscle, you make sure that you have, you're hydrated, you make sure that you drink enough creatine, you make sure you take enough protein. That's the same thing. Make sure that you work out your brand. Invest in personal learning. That's what's gonna make you different. Get involved on campus. Please try to find those clubs. That's one of the mistakes that I made when I was in college. I know that the schools, they have clubs, they have leadership roles, they have activities. Please invest in those things. Please invest, because they do matter in your resume. Me personally, when I think I integrated a club. It was not really a club, it was an association when I was a senior. It was my first semester of my senior year. That's when I attended an event. It was hosted by ACHE, American College of Healthcare Executive. That's when I started going to this event, and honestly, I will tell you guys, I never regret it, not even a day. That's why I think it is very important for you to go to this club. Find the schools, they have multiple clubs. They have all type of clubs. They have clubs with Latinos, they have clubs with Caribbean people, they have clubs for accounting, they have clubs for nursing, they have all type of clubs, they have all type of leadership roles, they have all type of activities. Please get involved. And I would say, if you have social anxiety, will help you a lot, because dealing with other people will make you more comfortable, will make you more socialized, will help you socializing with other people, will build your communication skills, will build your teamwork. It is very important for you to get involved on campus, because you can use those experiences and put it on your resume and make your resume very solid. Yes, the companies that you're applying for, they want the degree, they need the degree. What they are truly looking for is the leadership skills. So let's say, for example, you were part of a RSO and you were the secretary, you were the president. They can see that you are used to leading. They can see that you are very involved. That's what they are looking for. That's what they need. They don't just need a degree or 2 degrees or probably 3 degrees. Yes, it does matter to them. They just want to make sure that you have the education, that you have the knowledge. But what they truly focus on is the experience. You are allowed to pivot. Your first job will not necessarily mean that it has to be your last job. You are allowed to pivot. It's okay for you to start in this department and feel like you don't like it and go to the other one. But what I will always recommend is to put your foot down and make sure that the decisions that you're making, you're not wasting time. Okay, it's okay for you to change your plan. It's okay for you to change the department. I would even say it's okay to change your major. Yes, but not always. And I do not recommend for people to keep on switching majors. Not only are you wasting time, you're wasting money. And it is always good before you even before you even start a program, you even choose your major, to make as much researches as possible. To know exactly if this is what you wanted. Okay, but if after all of these researches and when you start putting hands on, you realize that that was not really what I wanted, it is okay to switch. But always make sure that your foot are down before you make those type of decisions, because every single decision that you're making, there are consequences attached to it, and some consequences are way harder to deal with compared to others. So that's why I would say it is okay to pivot. Do not feel bonded. You have no covenant with a job, you have no covenant with a degree, you have no covenant. So it is okay to switch, it is okay to change, it is okay, to want something else, because you feel like you didn't like it. And that's the reason why I would say this is very important, guys. Even if internships, some of them, most of the time, the undergrad internship or non-paid, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. So even if those internships are unpaid, please take them if you can. If you don't mind, just take them, because not only you will have the experience on your resume, but it will help you to know if this is something that you would like to do or not. I do remember in my senior year, the school that I attended, they have a requirement. You need to get 150 hours of internship before you graduate. This is one of the requirements to graduate, right? And I remember I did 2 internships. My first internship was at a dental clinic. Okay, when I walked into my first day, I knew that this is where I wanted to be. Not the dental clinic, but the environment, the administration side of it. Oh, I don't think I said that. I majored in healthcare administration. Okay, so I knew from day one that this is where I wanted to be. This is what I want to do. And that's how I confirmed through my internship that healthcare administration was something that I was made for, in a sense. Okay, so I would say, even if those internships are unpaid, please get some internship. And this is where networking comes into place. A teacher can allow you. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, I think. She told me that her teacher's husband was a real estate agent and stuff, and somebody who needed an apartment to rent in that area, she had to contact her teacher's husband, her teacher, and then her teacher gave her husband's contact for the apartment. You see how people who know other people can help you. And this is the same way you can find an internship. That's why it is very important to stay in touch with your classmates. Follow them on social media, follow them on LinkedIn. We're going to talk about LinkedIn later on. Follow them on social media, talk to your teachers, talk to your faculty staff members, talk to your president, the RSO president. You never know. And all of these resources, they are there, they are available for you to use. And I know that a lot of schools, they have career centers, they have career places where you can actually go and talk to someone who can help you find an internship. They can probably help you find a job. Some of them can even help you find a job. So it is very important to use those resources, because the school pay those people to offer you those services, and you pay them in your tuition. That's why I think it is very important for you to use those resources wisely. I'm begging you guys, use those resources. Don't be afraid to apply for grant program. There are a bunch of grant program out there. Okay, I talked to a friend of mine yesterday. He mentioned, I think, NABA for accounting. I didn't major in accounting, so I was not even aware of it. So I will put the link in the description. There are a bunch of grant program out there. Talk to the student account services or department, whatever it is at your school. They have scholarship available, they have grant program available, they have a bunch of other opportunities that will help you after graduation. Because I know that some foundation, they do sponsor certain students after graduation, you know. So before you even graduate, it is very important for you to know what are some financial resources that are out there for me to use. Okay, and you definitely don't want to be the student who miss opportunities. That's why the more you know, the better it is for you, because you don't want to miss opportunities that are available for you to use. This one, I like it so much because I think a lot of people are in this situation. Comparison will steal your peace. I'm begging you guys, do not compare yourself with other people. You will find yourself in a situation where the same people who went to the same, probably who had the same major as you, the same people who probably had the same class as you, they probably found a job right after graduation. Or before graduation, they know what they want to do. Or before graduation, they already have a job offer waiting on them. Or I don't know, they look like they are ahead of you. Do not, I repeat, do not compare yourself to these people, because everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own journey, and it is very important for you to enjoy your journey, to stay on your path, to stop looking from right to left. You have your own path, focus on it. You have your own goal, you have your own dream, you have your own journey ahead of you, and this is why I want you to enjoy every single step of the journey. Do not try to compare yourself with other people and then boom, you miss some of the opportunities that are offered to you just because you are very distracted by looking from right to left. Okay, these are just distractions. Do not compare. I repeat, do not compare yourself with other people, because you will find yourself being mad probably at someone for finding a job or whatever it is, while you're not even paying attention to the job search that is literally in front of you. Number 10, protect your mental health. This is related to comparison will steal your joy, will steal your peace. If you definitely want to protect your mental health, it is very important for you to stop comparing yourself to other people. I don't care who it is. I don't want to know. Maybe it's a cousin who attended college the same time as you, or probably you guys are scheduled to graduate, and I don't really care. Protect your mental health. And burnout is something that is very real. You will find yourself after graduation probably apply for hundreds. I know people who applied for 100 jobs. None of them, some of them I would say gave a negative answers, others don't even reply. And we know how the job market is right now. So protect your mental health. Burnout is something real, and I'm telling you guys, just for you to prepare yourself, okay? There are people who apply for hundreds of jobs and don't get not even one job offer. But there are also other people who apply for just one and they got the offer. Okay, so that's why I want you to put in mind that just because I'm applying for a job doesn't mean that I'm gonna get it. And the second reason why I'm telling you guys to protect your mental health, you will find yourself, okay, I was in school for 4 years, so that means I'm gonna get paid that much. Nah. Don't forget, you just graduated, but maybe you never had an internship, or maybe you never work on a research project, or maybe you never write any type of article, whatever it is. They do matter on how much you're getting paid, because you most likely after graduation will get an entry-level position. Yes. So I don't want you to set your expectation too high, meaning, oh, after graduation I'm gonna get paid that much per hour. Not necessarily. It can be the case, but there are many chances that it may not be the case, because after graduation, especially undergrad, there are many chances that you are getting an entry-level position. And another thing that I want to talk about, just because you graduate doesn't mean that you are qualified to work in executive roles, okay? I'm seeing so many people applying for executive roles, leadership roles after graduation. Just because they have a degree, they think that they are getting hired because of a degree, they're gonna be a director right away. No. Okay, no, no, that is not the case. It is very important for you to focus on getting the experience, and you don't want to be a mediocre director. You want to. That's the reason why I was telling you guys it is very important to start networking from the first semester, because maybe in your sophomore year or junior year you're gonna get an internship, probably 1 or 2 or even 3, which is gonna make you more qualified for certain position, or probably get a job. You never know, because I know that some companies offers entry-level position to people with no degree, not even an undergrad. Okay, and the other thing that I want to talk about when I'm talking about experience, if you, let's say for example, you're a nurse, okay, it is very important for you, if you can, to find a job within the field that you're majoring in. Let's say for example you want to be a nurse, just like I mentioned. If you can get a certification to be a nursing assistant, is it nursing assistant? Yeah, CNA, nursing assistant, yeah, that would be great. Why? Because by the moment for you to get the bachelor in nursing or to become the RN, they will see in your resume that you've been working as a certified nursing assistant for probably 2 years or a year and a half, because you had already your foot down in the field. In a sense, let's say for example you want to work at probably an accounting firm. If you can find a front desk job available to you, offered to you at this, I don't know, accounting firm or probably another one, even if you've never been a certified public accountant, at least they can see that you were in the environment. Am I making sense? Or let's say for example you want to be a healthcare administrator, trying to find probably a financial counselor position offered at the hospital, trying to find something like front desk, I don't know, any type of entry-level position. I know usually those positions, they do not pay too well, but it's good, it's fine, get it. And if you can find a schedule that is appropriate to the classes that you're taking, it is so much better. Guys, I'm speaking from I'm speaking from my perspective, okay? I know how it feels to just graduate and then boom, you're shocked, okay? And you don't want to be in this situation. That's the reason why I recorded this video to warn you what life after graduation feels like. Oh, I'm having fun right now. Protect your mental health. It is very important, guys, to balance, okay? Do not apply too much pressure on yourself. That's the reason why I was saying earlier, it's okay to not having everything figured out. Okay? It's okay. Do not apply too much pressure on yourself. You need to balance everything. Okay? Balance everything. If you need to take a year off, do it if you can. If you don't want to go to grad school because you feel overwhelmed, it's okay. It's okay. Prioritize your mental health. You don't want to walk in the room burned out. You don't want to walk in the room anxious. You don't want to walk in the room depressed. And I would say professional burnout is something that I know that a lot of companies are fighting for right now and just still trying to find a way to solve this problem, which I think they will never be able to solve. Okay? But as of I would say, before you even graduate, prepare your mind. You need to have a certain life balance. If you just graduated or before you even graduate, it is okay to invest in yourself, okay? If you know that you're a person with lack of self-confidence, probably get your makeup done or go to the gym. I don't know what it is. Invest in, probably eat healthier. It's what I'm saying. Invest enough in yourself so you can protect your mental health. Everything that you know will not help you protecting your mental health, it is very important to cut it out. At the end of the day, I think it's too expensive if it costs you your mental health, okay? All right, last but definitely not least, do not overspend on graduation. I let this one for last because I think a lot of people made this mistake of spending too much on graduation. Graduation is just one day, guys. Trust me, just one day. Not even one day, like a few hours in a day. A few hours in a day. If you can afford it, good job. I'm happy for you. But please, I know that a lot of parents are working 2-3 jobs to pay for tuition. And as a child, I don't think it's wise to spend too much on just one day. Okay? Please do not overspend on graduation. It is not worth it. Okay? At the end of the day, you're gonna have a gown. Okay? And nobody's gonna see what's under the gown unless you take it out and then take some pictures. But yeah, do not overspend too much on your graduation. It's just one day. Avoid unnecessary expense, guys. If you know that you don't need it, do not buy it. You're not even financially stable yet, so do not buy it. Do not, I repeat, do not buy it. There is something else. I think I'm done with this. There is something else that I actually want to talk about. If you in college and before you graduate, you can think of any type of side hustle. It is very important that you do it. If you, let's say for example, you know how to do hair, or you know, probably you have a hair oil brand, it is very important to get those, you know, little income. Why? Because after graduation, it is not guaranteed that you're gonna get a well-paying job. Or even if you get probably an unpaid internship, it is very important for you to have something on the side, unless you have your parents financing you. Other than that, if you can think of any type of side hustle, I don't want to put too much pressure on you. I don't want you to feel burnout. I don't want you to feel pressured. There's no pressure. It's just a way for you to navigate the professional life with your financial life at the same time. Because graduation doesn't guarantee that you're gonna get a well-paying job. Okay, and especially if you were, while you were attending college, while you were in college, you used to go to unpaid internship. You know, that's why I think it is very important to find some type of side hustle and manage your time wisely. Time management, I repeat, time management, it's a skills that you will need even while in college. At your graduation day and after graduation, you will need to know how to manage your time wisely. When I say wisely, okay, now it's time for me to go to the gym, or now it's time for me to do my homework, or now it's time for me, you know, to make researches. It's time for me to read a book to improve my reading skills, to improve my communication skills. It's time for me to get my makeup done. It's time. There's a time for everything. Even the Bible tells us that there's a time specific for everything. And do not invest in anything that is not going to help you. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship, if it's a relationship. I don't want to know what it is. If you know that you are not going anywhere with this relationship or friendship or this job or this, it doesn't matter what it is very important to cut it, because after graduation you will have life right in front of your face. And that's the difference between life after college and life while in college, because your teachers, they will tell you what to do. They will give you a deadline. They will tell you, okay, this assignment is due on Thursday. But in real life, your boss, yes, you're gonna get training for probably 3 months, but they're expecting you to know certain things. They're not your teachers, okay? They're just your supervisors, they're just your directors. They have the responsibility to train you, but they're expecting you to know the bare minimum. They are not gonna give you a syllabi. They're not, I don't know, they're expecting you to know as much as possible. All right, it was such a pleasure for me to be with you guys, and if this video helped you, I encourage you to share with somebody else, somebody who knows about to graduate, or probably is a sophomore or a junior, or I don't know, senior. It is very important for you to share this video to somebody else and help them in their career journey. Okay, until next time, stay rooted, stay grounded, stay educated, stay pretty. And everything that I talked about, it's based off my own experience, and I reached out to a few friends of mine, you know, just to add a little a little spice to it. All right, but everything is based of real life experience. It was such a wonderful experience for me to record this video and share my experience, all the mistake that I made. You know, a lot of those things I learned now is based of the mistake that I made. I'm like, you know what, this is a mistake that I made. I don't want the next generation to make the same mistake as me, especially the networking side of it. And I'm gonna tell you, I remember when I attended UCF in Florida, I would park my car next to the building that I have my class in. Next thing you know, before the teacher even said that class is over, I'm already home. Okay, because I don't want to talk to people. My bag is already packed and closed. That's the reason why I always had an issue when it comes to me to find group partners, especially when we have, you know, group project and stuff, because I don't have friends. And I didn't want to have friends. This is a mistake that I made that I don't want you to make. They're just real human beings. It's okay to have conversation with them. They want to talk to you. They want to socialize with you. They want to know you better. And I even say that my teachers, I didn't really use them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I'm always, whenever I'm reading those syllabus, I'm like, why is there office hours? I don't even know why there's office hours, because I'm not coming to your office. But this is a mistake for you not to make. Go to these office hours because they want to help you. There are real resources there to help you. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Don't forget to comment, and if you have any type of question, feel free to drop in the comment and I will answer as much as I can, or text me directly on my Instagram. It is very important for you to share this video with somebody who needs to hear this, probably a coworker, a friend of yours, family members who are about to graduate, who needs to hear those words that are very important. I will see you guys in the next No Ceiling with Larissa.